Hi, Mark here. Monday, September the 8th. It's 9:52 a.m. Eastern. That's 1:52 p.m. GMT. Let's have a look at the US dollar to start the week. On the daily, sell-off continuing, picking up where it left off Friday. See, it did gap up slightly to start, but sellers have been dominant uh, in setting support 97.08 for now, resistance up at 97.55, sellers firmly in control. If I go to the hourly, there you can see testing the support level right now and looking to break below the 97 area. Should there be any kind of a turnaround, which we see so often uh, once the US session does get underway, and if US buyers do step in and we see a bounce and a reversal from weak US dollar to strong US dollar, I believe it'll be off this area. Buyers will look to bounce up off this support area, looking up at resistance at 97.55. Let's have a look at the majors, starting with the Euro US. There you see the weak US dollar, buying Euro, selling US, support 117.05, resistance right now being tested at 117.55. Same resistance as the high from Friday is the resistance right now. Buyers will look to break above this level. If I zoom in on that hourly, there you can see buyers firmly in control, buying euro, selling US dollar. If there's going to be a turnaround from weak US dollar to strong US dollar, I believe it'll be off this area at around the 117.50, 55. And sellers of euro, buyers of US would be looking back down at the support at 117.05. Pound against the US. Very, very similar pattern. Buying pound, selling US dollar weakness. I've got support at 134.81, resistance at 135.56. You can see this area, this level, this resistance level has been tested before unsuccessfully. We'll see whether buyers can break above this level. Let's zoom in on the shorter time frame, the hourly. There you can see the resistance established now and being tested. Buyers will want to break above this 135.56. A turnaround, if we can see US buyers step in, a turnaround from dollar weakness to dollar strength of this area, sellers will be looking down at the 134.81 support area. Let's look at the US yen. There you see the red candlestick, bit of a different pattern here. Closed on Friday around 147.30, gapped a lot higher to start the new week and opened at 148.29. But sellers of US have pushed it all the way down to support here, 147.43, resistance 148.57. Let's go to the hourly. There you can see sellers of US dollar, buyers of yen, all the way down to the support level. Buyers did step in, US dollar buyers from this support level, took it back up to the 147.70, 80 area, sitting there right now. Buyers of US dollar, if the US dollar can make a comeback and we see US dollar strength, we'll be looking up at this resistance 148.57. Continuation of US dollar weakness and buying yen, we'll look down at the 147.43 support. US dollar Canadian. Looks like the biggest fight back so far from the US dollar. Still a red candlestick that's selling US dollar, buying Canadian. Got resistance at 138.43, support down at 137 87 below the $1.38 level. But you can see the wick that's been left behind, that US dollar buyers stepping in at the support area and fighting back. If I go to the hourly, there you can see it happening right now. Strong reversal sign. I've got a double bottom, a bullish engulfing candle. This is on the shorter time frame, on the hourly. So US dollar buyers trying to get back up to that resistance, sitting right now at 138.18. Resistance at 138.43. We'll see if US dollar strength, US dollar buyers can get back to this resistance area, or if it's going to be a continuation of US dollar weakness, Canadian strength. That would be looking down at the 137.87, but certainly looks like a strong fight back at this point from the US dollar against the Canadian. We've got resistance support areas to work with now. Weak US dollar to start, certainly through the Asian European session into the US session now. We are seeing the US dollar looking to make some kind of a comeback. Keep that discipline, and I will see you at the end of day session. Good trading.